Mama said live up to my name, but they jocking. They gon' try, go and take your face for the profit. They gon' lie, they gon' slip and slide, get beside you. They gon' try, we 100 deep like Verizon. In the trees with the bumblebees on horizon. And catching Z's, I've been in the V on road to Zion. Set they souls, I've been in that mode that I ain't
He
buying.
ain't slaughter gang, then he ain't official. When that chopper sing, you really think that they gon' miss you. I spent $500,000 on dismissals. It's gonna be a hearse, not a verse if I dish you.
Welcome, everyone. So, got one of the most talked about movies of the year review. All right. Now, I was afraid to watch this movie alone because everybody kept trying to say it was scary. The reviews, like, this is one of the scariest movies of the year. The trailers tried to make it seem like it was going to be like real scary. I laughed. Call me morbid. This movie gave me horror comedy vibes. Y'all might not have think that because the people who like really scary probably like, ooh, because I heard a few reviewers talk about how they was scared watching this movie. They lied to y'all. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there was one part in the movie in particular that I found really scary, and we'll get into it. But I did not find it as scary as they was trying to make it seem like this is the most horrific movie of the year, the best horror film of the year. I mean, that's up there for me. Like I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna hold you. I did enjoy this one. But the best horror film of the year, Sinners is still there. Still there with Sinners. But that's just me. Now, I got Charles and I had him go see this movie as well. I ain't even asked him how he felt about this movie, but I got a feeling that he was laughing like I was because we have a dark sense of humor. So, Charles, how did you feel about this movie?
Who's Charles? But anyway,
The same person who is Kima.
I know, right? Nah, it was a dope movie. I fucked with it, but Fox with it, but it had its moments. They used jump scares like good. You know, a lot of horror movies use them like, they're very cheap. This one actually, like, it would ramp up the tension of a scene. Like, they will hold shots for like uncomfortably long periods of time and shit like that. And like that was cool. And I get why people's, kind of thought it was scary, because most horror films these days don't have that like attention to detail that this film did. Like this film, it let the moment breathe. Like it let things linger, and it allowed your mind to come up with things before this, it came on the screen and whatnot. And that was cool. But yeah, ultimately it was funny. Like, yeah, I didn't get horror comedy vibes, but I did get like unintentional comedy. Like it was unintentionally funny. They weren't going for funny, but I don't know. In some moments they were going for funny, like intentionally. You could tell, but in most of the moments that I laughed at personally, I'm pretty sure they weren't meant to be funny, but they were. You're muted. Muted. You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Uh-uh.
That now you're not.
Okay. Maybe it just took a second to come off of mute. Okay.
You over
Can
there
you hear me now?
lagging? Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I'm lagging.
So I feel like some parts of the movie I didn't know if they wanted me to laugh or not. Like some things I know that they were going for a more of a creepy vibe, but some of this like you ain't telling me nothing. Some of this stuff ain't no way that they didn't think I was gonna laugh. Ain't no
Yeah,
way.
like that dream sequence when he pulled the covers back and it was his kid, but then it transformed to the lady. Like and then he woke up like fuck, like that was funny. That was I felt like that meant to be funny. That was meant to be funny. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that, but I don't know, cause they never spell it out. They never say, here's the funny, here's the horror. They just bring you to a thing in the movie, and take it however you take it. I thought a lot of the shit was funny. I thought a lot of the more tense horror moments didn't land as horror, and they were humorous. But then I thought a lot of the slower moments were pretty fucking scary. So this movie had a lot going on. They did it in a real concise package, but it had a lot going on.
It did, and I didn't watch a whole lot of trailers. I watched maybe a teaser when the movie was first being announced. That there was a follow up movie to Barbarian, but well, the same director and whatnot. And maybe some people are even speculating it could be like maybe someone in the same universe. But so when I heard that, I kind of watched some teasers. But then after that, I was like, I don't want to give it away, because that's what happens a lot of times when people they give too much of the movie away in the trailer for some things, and then when people actually see it, it don't meet their expectations, and they just they feel let down. So I feel like if I went in blind, I'd be okay. And I'm glad that I did. And I like the way that they told this story. They tell this story in chapters by going by the characters. And so they kind of walk you through this event happen, and how did we get to this place of the event? How did we get to where the people are right now? So if you go in blind, you really don't know what's happening next from moment to moment. You don't know how everything is going to weave together. Because I damn sure didn't know that the end was going to lead us to Gladys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like halfway through before they got to what it was, Alex, the kid, I figured the core of the story was around him and his house. Like, I figured that. I just didn't know what it was, exactly. But then when you go through Alex's story, and because he's going through this whole thing the longest of anybody in the story. Like, he was there before the kids went missing.
So Alex was already going through hell.
Yeah, he was already going through it. So, like, when you get that and you start to see, like, that pretty much spells it out. Alex's story pretty much spells it out. The other parts kind of piece bits and pieces of the story together. But once you start to get the crumbs, then Alex just be like, come here. This is what's going on right here. And, like, what's going on is absolutely insane.
It was a lot that was happening there when it finally the plot twist and the reveal came out. So this is a spoiler review. So if you have not seen the movie, go ahead and put this on watch later and come on back, and then make sure you give us a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button for more horror content, more nerdy content. We are about to get into it. You have been warned. And at the end of this video, we will be giving you our overall rating for the movie. And I will say this is one of the better horror movies that I've watched this year. I ain't saying it was the scariest or the best, but I did enjoy this one. I enjoyed the ride of this movie.
Yeah,
the journey that it took me on.
Yeah, it was fun overall.
Yeah. It's a nice, fun little horror movie wrapped in a lot of foolishness. This, even though I watched it by myself, it wasn't scary like I thought it was going to be. This is one of those movies I could see people watching as a group as well.
Oh yeah.
This is one of those. Yeah. So get some drinks flowing. Like, this is a movie you watch with your friends and family, and y'all have a good time laughing and watching this movie. I could see myself watching this movie with my siblings, because that's how I grew up watching a lot of horror movies with my siblings. I could see this being one of those. So we start at the beginning. The movie starts with a narration. It doesn't go throughout the movie. They give you a narration at the beginning, and then it comes back at the end of letting you know what happened. So we start the movie off that The school year is about to restart. They took a pause because Justine walked in, do her little teaching job one day. So y'all just not convincing me to go back to the schools, whatever. This was just like, this is another sign that I don't never need to go back into the school district. She goes, to go ahead and start her work day, and ain't but one kid in the class.
Yeah.
Now, although this was very odd, this kind of reminded me of, and I don't know why other people weren't thinking about it, because most people were thinking stuff like kids going missing and the whole mass shooter type situation. I was thinking about COVID because I worked in the, yes, I did. I worked in the school systems in 2020 when COVID first hit. And before we knew what it was, I want to say back in like February, it was like whole classrooms of kids missing, and teachers wouldn't be coming to school. I would go to a class and it would be maybe 5 kids in there and a sub. And it started becoming more and more to like the principal wasn't showing up to school. And everybody's like, is flu going around? It got so bad that they sent a district-wide sanitizing kits out to every class and every office because nobody knew what was going on. And what I was thinking, like walking to a class like this is something that a teacher would have seen in the COVID era before we knew what it was. Like, where the hell is everybody at?
Yeah, I mean this is one of those moments. This scene was silent. Well, it wasn't silent, but nobody had any speaker lines. It was just one of those moments where the filmmakers allowed you to just take in the oddness of it all. Like, they didn't have to spell it out to us that something was wrong. We just looked at the screen and realized, yeah, what the hell was something going on here? And then like I mean, it had the narration. The guy was like, well, it was a kid. It was Alex. And he was like, people died in some really weird ways.
No, it wasn't Alex. They said it was like a little girl.
It was a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Where the hell she come from?
Yeah, and she wasn't even explicitly, like, she wasn't one of the kids. Like, you have to get like the credits to see the name, but like she wasn't credited. But it was a little girl that was like doing the narration and talking, like starting it off as like kind of like an urban legend. Like people have different urban legends from their area, and so she's like telling it from the point of like, everybody's town has like that weird, creepy, dark fairy tale that has happened, or an urban legend that's happened in their area. Like, this is mine. This is what happens where I live, and only her class has the kids missing.
Yeah.
And it's just them two. All the rest of them are gone. Them two and 17 children are missing from the class. And the parents in the town think that she has something to do with it, although the police have already proved she ain't had nothing to do with it.
Well, they're saying they can't find a connection because everybody knows that these kids weren't abducted. Like, they all know the kids ran away. Like, the whole town knows this one classroom of kids, all except one kid, got up in the middle of the night. What was 2:17?
2:17 at night, and we'll talk about that when we get to what's the name's the dad.
Just hauled ass at 2:17. Naruto running with their arms.
They was doing that, and they hit that anime run at 2:00 in the morning. In the middle of the night.
What the hell?
And I'm wondering, like, how did none of their parents catch them? Because
see, some of them even said, well, they knew it was at 2:17 because everybody who had alarm systems went off at 2:17. So that's how they knew exactly when the kids left. So your alarm went off. Like, how fast are these kids?
Because let me tell you, my door got a sensor on it. And as soon as you open that door, it's going to say front door. And it's going to trigger a sensor. So I'm going to hear the front door, and I'm going to hear that little ding alert go off. Their
But
parents was knocked the fuck out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
the parents had bothered me the most in this shit.
Because
Like,
out of
not
17
not
kids, none of
Archer.
y'all said 17 kids. No parent said, "Who the hell want to open up my door in the middle of the night?"
Is that what
I
like
know that
they
ain't you
all
running down the street. Get your ass back here. Nobody.
they all blame the teacher like it was some kind of cult thing. Like they all communicated to each other to do this together, like it was coordinated in her classroom. So like it's why they wanted to know why was it only her classroom? What was she teaching them in there?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's valid. It's a valid question. And what bothered me the most is that, like, after that, the only parent who seemed to follow up the notion of it has to be tied to her classroom was Archer. He was the only one that followed up on it. And he was the main one accusing her of doing something.
But they couldn't find a connection. So of course, when people don't know, when the math is not math, and they assume black magic is afoot. Taking it back to the 1600s, she must be a witch. She's doing something.
They did. They was like, yo, she a witch. What the hell?
Yeah. The police is like, well, what evidence do you have? Like, she was at her own. You didn't see her on your ring. It looked like the video footage. Your child left the house by themselves. She wasn't standing outside. She was at her house. Show me the proof that she did something. They don't have it. So all they can do is claim witchcraft. And I felt bad for her. And I'm gonna tell you why I stopped feeling bad for her, because she is she's not a perfect victim.
Oh, she's not. Like, and that's
definitely
crazy
not.
because when I was watching the first trailer that I saw, she seemed her innocence seemed to be elevated. Like, she seemed to be a very I guess like a teacher of integrity, I guess you could say. And you could tell she cares for her kids, but her personal life is trash.
Trash.
Like, she has this edge to her that you don't get it in the trailer. She seems real meek, like kind of to herself.
And that's why, like, I was feeling bad, because them parents was, they was on her neck. They was like, nah, she did something. Like, she like I don't know what it is, but I know she did something, because why it's all her class. And I get why they feel like that, because like, why ain't nobody else's class? She would have had to do something. And she had an alibi. You would be like, I mean, hell, I got cameras at my house too. You didn't see me running out in the middle of the night. So, like, I came to work the next day. I'm trying to be weird. I don't know either. Whoever took them, why they ain't take me either? I'm confused.
The thing that kind of triggered me with her in the movie was that, like, they presented her like she could possibly be part of it. Like, I never felt like she was part of the whole scheme with these kids or whatnot and what actually went down. But it played like that because you saw one side of her, the loving teacher side of her, and then you saw the cheating, backstabbing, alcoholic side. And it's like that duality made her character questionable. But I still never thought it was her. But it was kind of like a subtle red herring, I guess you could say. But
it made me feel less bad for her. Because they found out, like, she got fired from another school district for misconduct. It wasn't nothing to do with the kids. It was something with her and a coworker.
Yeah.
You can't be fraternizing down at your work job like that.
I mean,
and little Miss Thing liked to tap the bottle a couple times more than she.
It was really probably a married dude, and so I'm guessing that traffic thing was a DUI because she stayed in the bottle.
Mm-hmm. So she's very flawed. We know she liked to take a few sips. And she liked men that don't belong to her. And that was enough for the parents to be like, all right, she did something. Guilty.
Because Archer's the only one that knew that. Because even the cops didn't know all of that shit that he was telling them. It's like, bro, how this one... But he was an engineer, so he's smart.
The school hired her knowing about.
Yeah, the school knew.
So, like,
what was the guy named Marcus? I've never seen an Asian Marcus.
Oh, but let me say something that's Asian.
What? I've never seen an Asian Marcus. You were wrong. You said my girlfriend was Chinese. She's not Chinese. Oh man.
But yeah, so there was people who knew what was going on with her. But you see what I'm saying? Like it just made her be more of like she's hiding something. She's hiding something because what kind of person, how you be an alcoholic teacher slash mistress, home wrecking alcoholic mistress teacher. Like that's a lot going on in here for you to look completely innocent. But ironically, she was like she ain't have nothing to do with what was going on.
They made it believable for why they would think she had something to do with it. And I mean, on top of all of that, she was the new teacher. So you know, like that's a lot of coincidences.
It's like, I could tell, like she didn't act like she to me it looked like, you know, she was felt bad about everything and that she was, you know, amped up her drinking because of like this was affecting her and hurting her. Like outside of all this, she really did care about them kids. And how she gonna go to sleep at night and there's 17 little kids and she don't know where they at.
In her class only.
And the one little boy that was left, she can't talk to him. They won't let her talk to him, and he's not saying anything anyway. They can't get anything out of him.
The thing about that is like that's your obvious lead to me. It's more obvious now that in hindsight. I mean, at the time, I didn't suspect. In the middle of the movie, I started to suspect. I was like, "Yo, this little kid got something to do with."
Like,
but
somebody hiding something, but it wasn't her that was doing the hiding. And she tries to tell the principal, she's trying to tell the cops something ain't right with this. I need to talk to him. Like, and they're like, no. First of all, you not only do you not need to talk to him, you're not even gonna come to work. First of all, take you a little leave of absence to everything chill out.
I mean, now see that part made sense to me. One, the entire community thinks she did something to 17 kids. So being a teacher is just you can't work here, baby. I'm surprised he just ain't fire her ass. But the other part is like this is elementary school. They don't change classes. She don't have another class to teach. Her class is gone. Like little bro Alex is in another class with other kids. She doesn't have a class. So yeah, take your ass home while you still at school. But luckily she was there. And like her relationship with Alex gave me the vibe of like, you know, those teachers that notice like abuse, you know, child like in the home or whatnot. She had that like intuition, like a teacher's intuition pretty much. So yeah, she was not gonna let that go, but it made sense with everybody telling her to relax and take your ass home. Because Marcus was like, bro, you're making it hard for me trying to run a school here. And like I believe you care for these kids, and you ain't do nothing to those 17 kids who are missing. But
I'm a minority lady. They already trying to get me out of this.
Exactly. Like, nope. I'm an Asian man named Marcus, man. Like
that's a principal of a school, and can't you? Most of these kids look white anyway. They don't want me at this job. Okay, now look, I got to do what they trying to tell me to do here.
You wildin'. But yeah, like I was saying, like how she picked up on, because she was watching him the whole time. Like she wasn't supposed to be at school, but she was still around. And she will watch him walk to the book. Like he is depressed. He's going through something, and she can tell. And it's like nobody else seems to be picking up on that. Like I hate the cops in this movie.
Yeah,
cops were the worst.
They were
especially Paul, the cop she was cheating with. He was the absolute worst. But the other cops sucked. It's like, bro, You got two people. You have the teacher who is pretty much enemy of the town right now, and you have one gung ho parent solving the case.
I
And
was just gonna say, because technically the cops did not solve this crime.
they didn't, and they did so using commonsensical things like she watched Alex, the one kid who was left. She watched him. The cops couldn't watch him. You know what I'm saying? The Archer watched the videos of the kids leaving the house. Like the cops could watch them.
They weren't trying to do no real police work.
They weren't trying to do shit. These had to be the worst cops I've seen in like a horror movie. Like cops are bad at horror movies. These the they might as well shouldn't even been there.
Because where was that when you're supposed to have that one cop that's like obsessed with the case and gets hyper focused? They ain't had none of that. They was like, well, if they think she a witch, I mean, we can't arrest her for witchcraft, but
the chief was like, yeah, what you want me to do?
Them cops said F them
kids. What you want me to do about y'all missing kids?
They did not give a damn.
Not at all. Not at all. And the whole dog thing. They had a whole conversation about the tracking the scent tracking dogs, and the chief was like, yeah, we had them out earlier. It's like, bro, shouldn't you? That's the best tool you have to go find these kids. You telling me y'all couldn't track the kids scent to a house in the neighborhood? There's a house in the neighborhood. This house wasn't out by itself. Those kids were trapped in a house within the same neighborhood as everybody else.
They didn't try. Okay.
They didn't try at all. They didn't try at all, man. Like nigga, is y'all in on it? Yeah.
They didn't try at all. They didn't care nothing about them kids. And we meet Archer, and he's one of the parents of the kids, and he's having these dreams and things about his child, and feeling like, you know, what can he do to help, and like they're missing something. What can I do? Something's not right here.
Yeah, he's obsessed because like he's like a contractor or whatever. He works in engineering, but he was supposed to be like working on a house, and he forgot all the stuff he's supposed to buy, like all the equipment and stuff, because he's focused on one thing. He's been watching this video of his child leaving his house day after day, you know, hours at a time. He's plotting the pathway that the kids are going in these videos. It's like nobody else could do that. Nobody else is like triangulate where these kids are going based on the direction they ran leaving the house. But he did it. He was staunch about it because he felt like the police had given up pretty much. Like, hey man, these kids ran away. We can't find them, man. Shit. So yeah, he went above and beyond. And like I really liked his character. He was very accusatory towards Justine, but it was all reasonable. Everything he did was reasonable, it was rational. He thought things through, and he was a very grounded, he was a great dad, great character. Everybody else around him was trash.
Yeah. And you know, Archer's a good dad, although he was pointing the fingers at Justine for a little bit. But I mean, he was trying. He was trying. I mean, instead of just saying she's a witch, he was at least let me see if I can prove it.
Exactly. Like he was reasonable about it. He was like, yo, she is the most likely suspect. However, I can't prove it. So he set out to prove it. And he ended up proving something else, which was, you know, he blew the case wide open by himself almost.
Justine.
Oh my God. So yeah, like we were saying before, Justine wasn't pure of heart. She wasn't the pure protagonist at all. And I'm guessing like her and Paul had a previous relationship. I don't get why they had a previous relationship and then Paul dumped her and got married to somebody else. It
Okay,
made
so
no sense.
this how I look at it. This how I looked at it. Okay, so you know Biggie, right? You know how Biggie was like had their relationship with Lil Kim,
Oh my god.
and then ended up marrying Faith
Faith?
Evans
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
And then even when they didn't work out, he still had Kim on the side, and then like hopped over there to Charlie Baltimore, and
That's
Kim was still on the side.
that's what Paul was doing.
Yeah.
Paul ain't had that kind of pull, man.
He did. He said she want to stay in the side whole place, then that's what she was gonna do. He said you ain't never gonna be the main, because all it takes is a couple shots, and we
Yeah,
gonna go on in here to the back.
it seemed like they both was in it for like cheap thrills. It's just I don't know. It's just so messy. And like this dude's a cop. He's a beat cop. So he's not a detective. Therefore, he's not on the case for the missing kids. But it's just weird, man. You waited till your wife went out of town to go bang your ex, and then your wife comes back home early, and you come back home drunk.
And he's supposed to have been getting off of that stuff too.
He's supposed to be
He had
start
his
drinking
own
too.
addiction issues, and he come back after he done clapped cheeks and hit up the bar.
Cause Justine's a bad influence, man.
Okay, he popping
Cause
bottles and cheating at the same time.
when he got to the bar, the first thing he said was, I want a Coke. He said he wanted a Coke, and then she picked on him. She laughed at him. Like, you trying to be sober?
This nigga don't want to drink no more.
It's like, bro, really? Yeah, Justine was like, she was not a good person.
And then straight up told that lady to her face when she confronted her, she's like, I didn't sleep with him.
I didn't sleep with him, man. She was getting
was trying to
slammed in there.
She didn't even say that. She was trying to see if you the one that got him drunk. Is what she was like, because he came in here piss poor, sloppy ass drunk, and here you go. Well, I didn't sleep with him.
And she was like, bitch.
And because Justine be hitting the bottle, how you do a stakeout outside of somebody's house and get drunk and fall asleep?
Bruh.
The worst.
That's our protagonist. She still is a good protagonist. She's just extremely flawed, man.
Very flawed. This lady go, all right. Cause she peeked into Alex's house and noticed that it looked real strange in there. And when nobody listened, when nobody sent CPS, none of that. So she said, all right, I'm about to go see what's up. And this hoe forgot that she was an alcoholic and takes her stupid ass to sleep. And now this is the creepiest part of the movie for me. Because while she is in a deep alcoholic sleep, Alex's mom come out the goddamn house and end up in her damn car.
Yeah, with damn scissors.
And
then the way she walked out there, like stiff as fuck. She had the scissors like a knife.
Yes.
Up there, she was walking crazy as shit.
She was walking like one of the Walking Dead.
But
how did nobody not see this on camera?
Man.
This lady is walking like a zombie, holding scissors and slip and slide her way into this heifer car.
Like, how you sleep in the car with the doors unlocked?
With the doors unlocked.
And then like the whole the thing that was creepy in that scene to me wasn't like what her walk and her movement was odd, but it was how long that shot rested on Justine's face before she cut her hair.
Because they didn't move the camera. And I love sometimes when they do these takes.
Man,
they didn't move the camera. And the thing is, we were bracing ourselves for a cheap thrill, because I just knew old girl was, because it, like I said, we were stuck in this one scene. The camera didn't move. I just knew old girl was gonna pop her face up on the window,
Hell yeah, that's what I
and
thought too.
Justine was gonna wake up and see this his mama outside her window. I literally thought she was gonna bust the damn window open. But while we're sitting here, because think about, our eyes are like, girl, wake up, she about to come, she coming, and we was waiting for her to come to the
Yeah,
car,
you
come to the
see
window.
her, come past the car in the background of the shot, and
And we're like,
then
come on, she trying to break the window. I'm thinking that she breaking the glass, and we're looking at Justine, and I'm looking outside of the driver's side window. That's where my eyes are at, because I'm trying to brace myself for the impact of the jump scare happening. And instead, it wasn't like a boom jump scare.
nah, she opened the door.
She
You
opened
can
the
hear the
door.
shit. Yeah, and it's still, the shot is still on Justine. You hear the door opening, and then you feel the car rock. So like, so she got in the car.
And we're just still looking like, what is going on? And it
Yeah,
stretches it out, even because this wasn't even a quick transaction. We hear open. We see it here. We know somebody getting in. Justine ass is still asleep.
knocked out.
She was going off that brown.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh, she mixed that shit.
Sis was off that brown, straight shots, no chaser.
She was putting it in a cup. She had something in that big ass cup besides alcohol.
Ice on
But
the
she
rock. Okay. It wasn't mixing nothing in there the way
she
she was
killed that
sleeping.
bottle. She killed that bottle.
Cause ain't no way you gonna slip open my door, slide in my car, and then cut my hair, and her ass was still asleep.
Bruh. Cut her hair. And yeah. Even that was done. It wasn't even quick.
Exactly, that
She
was
reached
not.
up
They
and
made us watch the reach her hand across, so we didn't know what she was gonna do with the scissors. So now we're like, this bitch finna get stabbed in her sleep. Justine, wake up! And we have to wait and watch them slice her hair with the scissors.
And like it was such an uneventful scene, but the way it was shot was very like what is it, almond inducing.
This has to go down in history as one of the creepiest scenes ever. It has to.
I don't
And
know,
I'm one of
man.
those people that watch those because, like, or especially like around Halloween, actually, or if you even if you have Shutter, they have like 100 most scariest scenes in movies, like the scene in The Exorcist when the girl's head spins around,
Nothing
or
about The Exorcist was scary to me. I think I saw it too late.
you might have been for that time in that period, and especially
Yeah,
I watched it at a young age, watching the head spin and the deep voice coming out of that little girl.
yeah. I mean, for me, it was funny, but it's because I had to be like in high school before I saw The Exorcist.
Oh, okay. I watched it like way younger than that.
Yeah,
Like that definitely made the list. Uh, Misery knocking old boy ankles loose.
just see, I can't. That's just because I don't like broken bones. Like,
That,
that made
like
me queasy.
you to like scenes that are just like freaking creepy. There's another Exorcist. I want to say it's like the third or the fourth movie where it's one of those one take shots where they hold you there,
That
and it's
what Halloween, the new Halloween series, the last three, the very first one, the one like the damn, I can't think of the name. Like Halloween ends,
mm-hmm.
that saga, the very first one
Yeah,
in
when
that
they brought
saga,
Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis
Curtis
back.
back, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that opening scene when he's going through on Halloween and you're behind the eyes of Michael Myers and he's going through the houses finding things to kill people with, like he's all in people's backgrounds and shit. You can see.
Like some things just make history with how horrific they are. Pennywise, that first scene where he snatches Georgie, because it's just like, God damn, the kids ain't even safe.
Yeah,
It was one
Pennywise.
of those certain movies that was just like, fuck these kids.
Yeah,
And
it's
and
terrible.
and exactly, and Georgie was down in that damn sewer. Like some scenes are just gonna stick outside in your brain. The very first time, dude with the bees, when they said his name in the mirror.
Really, really,
I'm
dude with the
saying his,
bees.
I'm saying his name like that.
Tony Todd. I hear that boy. You really can't say that shit.
Especially that scene when he opened his jacket and all the bees was filled everywhere and in his mouth. That
Yeah.
scene sticks out
Now,
in
now,
your
now,
mind.
Candyman, the original Candyman, that whole entire movie is creepy. Like
Yes,
every aspect of that movie is creepy.
they made sure they hung on some scenes and they lingered in your mind. The very first Nightmare on Elm Street, the scene that gets me is when we first see Freddy in his silhouette and he has these arms stretched out walking through the alley and he's coming towards um
I'm gonna tell you again. That shit look goofy to me. I saw it too late. And
you got
like all those horror movies that came out before 1986, like I ended up watching them around 1995. Yeah,
see,
none of those landed. None of
mm-mm.
those horror movies landed for me.
Carrie popping her hand out of the grave.
Now, Carrie was creepy to me. Like it was more the dead stare she gave, like inside the auditorium when she was killing people, and like how she was just was standing there, like that shit. Crazy white bitch, like
No,
that
that
shit.
wasn't nothing. Cause see, I feel like she was validated, but that's a whole other thing.
I
Um,
feel like that too, but it was still creepy looking. Like
but that last shot where that one girl that survived goes to kind of like pay her respects, and Carrie's hand pops out of the grave. I was disturbed. I couldn't even sleep after that. But I saw that when I was like 8.
yeah, I saw Carrie like on a whim, like one of them Saturday afternoon matinees at the house, like the CBS, ABC, basic television.
Mhm. I'm telling.
Yeah, I saw it like that. But nah, this scene is up there. That the scene in
In the
Weapons.
car. Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely up there. That scene was crazy. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
it has to
Man,
go down. And if we start talking about new horror and creepy scenes, I promise you this is gonna be one of the ones that's completely talked about.
yeah,
And
and when we'll get to it, but when bro had to run from his parents,
oh yeah, because that kind of gave me like Shining vibes
bruh,
there. And that
bruh.
another one in history that here's Johnny with Jack Nicholson peeking his
Man,
head.
now the Shining was I was not scared of the Shining. I've never been scared of a Stephen King adaptation. Like they're good. I just never been scared of them.
Well, that's one of those historical scenes right there. Um, but yeah, Paul a trash ass cop and a trash ass husband.
Yeah, this nigga is trash all around.
Actually, he a trash ass side dude or whatever you want to call him because he threw Justine ass under the bus. He ain't even,
He did,
you knew your wife was gonna go try and beat her ass, and you ain't even try to stop her.
bruh, bruh.
You don't do your job on anything at this point.
And he's such a like a sniveling coward. But in this scene, I mean, he catches the junkie. We met the junkie earlier in the movie when Justine went to get the drink, get her 2 bottles for the first time. He held the door for her, and like I didn't realize he would be a bigger part of the movie until now.
Mhm.
And then when him and when the junkie is James, when James and Paul start interacting, and Paul caught James trying to break into somebody's building for like a quick fix or whatnot. He's trying to get his drugs on. And he's searching them and he sticks himself. I thought then that had something to do.
Mhm.
Whatever this druggy dude was using had something to do with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Going missing. I thought this cop being stuck was gonna get infected with something that what I'm saying. I thought it was
Mhm.
from like a viral type of thing instead of like a spiritual or metaphysical or demonic thing or whatnot. But
But
it
it
ended up
messed with
being
his mind though because he had a past addiction. So
yeah,
it messed with it, and that's when we start to see him spiral.
yeah.
is because of that. And like it led us to where we ended up. But yeah, it wasn't the drugs per se. It was you the one targeting this junkie here and him and his because see and the thing is you knew what to look for because he said if I search you, is something gonna stab me? Well, if he's a junkie and you do it, you should already know because you live the lifestyle. You already know what it is.
Yeah, I mean that I would have probably punched the junkie too. I would have probably knocked James' ass out too. Because I asked you, is there anything in your pockets? And bro was like, nah. And there's a freaking needle pointed up. I probably would have knocked him out too. But like the way that he did, like, first off, I gotta commend whoever wrote that scene for Paul, because that's how cops do, man. When they mess up while performing their duties, they immediately try to cover up. And bro did everything in his power.
He gave him that Elliot Stabler, knocked his ass out with one.
He knocked his ass out from the back. He hit in the back of the head. Then he goes and turns his camera off. Then he wakes the dude up and he's like, hey, man, we'll just call it even, bro. Like, just don't let me see you again. And it's like, that interaction set both of them up to get got later on. Because if it wasn't for Paul trying to hide his improprieties as a police officer, then James would have walked into the police station with no problem and reported those kids being in that house, the house that he broke into.
Because crackheads is gonna crackhead.
Try to get some, something to trade, something to pawn for drugs. So he goes to the house, a house, tries to find shit. He finds some silverware. And then while he's in there, now that was kind of creepy too, though. When he was in there, and we saw Alice's parents sitting on the couch.
And for a while, he was like, well, maybe they high too. So I guess while they gonna be here high, let me go and go ahead and rob them one time.
Man, like nothing deterred this dude. He ran into two adults alive, just sitting there on the couch, looking at him still.
I mean, he probably see this all the time at the crack house. This wasn't nothing new. When he be on the Starship Enterprise, he probably see this all the time. And he said,
cool. Does he see a basement for the kids? Because he saw them kids in the basement.
And that's when he knew it was time to go.
But he didn't leave. He closed the door because when somebody was coming up from the bed, he closed the door. Then he went and started stealing more shit. And it was
what? That was weird because he said he probably can't come back to this house. Let me get on like it right now.
Until Alice's parents stood up and started walking towards him. And that was a creepy ass shot too. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of like stuff going on in the background. And like the audience sees it, but the potential victim doesn't see it going on in this movie. But when he's trying to pick up his damn silverware and shit to pawn, and they sneak up on him, he has to haul ass. Like, he had so many times where it was like, bro, leave. Bro, leave. He heard something upstairs. Bro, leave. He heard something in the basement. Bro, leave. He see two people sitting down on the couch, not even moving or reacting to him. Bro, leave.
But what did Pookie say? It's calling me Nino.
Bro, he needed them drugs.
Calling me
He needed those drugs, fam. He was going all out for that.
But instead, he sees that there is a
reward for them.
Reward for them damn kids. Not that he would, because I mean, if we would have told him that was before, he would have had to admit that he robbed these people. But now that there's a reward, he's like, the reward is more than the risk at this point. So now he wants to turn them in. But old buddy was like, I don't ever want to see you again.
Yep. So he goes to the police station to go do the right thing for the 50K. You know what I'm saying? And then the cop sees him and he just takes off running. Which is, I mean, and oh my God, because that got them both killed pretty much.
And then the cop gets stabbed by a needle again.
Again, in the face.
Because James is trying to hide because he see these damn kids and shit in the woods.
It was Gladys.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Gladys in the woods,
Yes.
running from Paul.
He see all of this stuff. He try to hide in a damn tent. Why is a random tent in the woods?
Hey, nigga, they gonna check the tent, dummy.
Exactly. Where else would you be at in the tent that you actually even zipped up? Like you didn't even pretend that you wasn't. You zip it. Where else are you gonna be? So of course the cop, the Paul that's chasing his ass. No, we know. I know you in here. And the only thing he had on him was a needle. Paul gets stabbed again, pisses him off. So now he really got beef with the crackhead. But he's like, I can save both of us. I know where them kids is at. Like we gonna be good. Like forget all about that. You straight. What's gonna happen is we're gonna get these kids and you're gonna be a hero and I'm gonna get this money.
$50,000.
Let me get this bread real quick and make sure don't I hope you don't try to like say mention my name when you report it.
Yeah, he was trying to make sure,
like say my say it was me and you don't try to keep all of it.
but see, this is what got them killed though. The fact that Paul had gone to his chief and told him about the incident where he cracked this dude in the head, and it's on video because he didn't turn the camera off until after he did it. So the chief is like, hey, as long as he don't show back up around here, we good. So Paul's whole thing is like, I can't bring this junkie back to the station because he might get to talking and now it's my ass. So now I gotta go to this house solo to go find these kids.
And was in there 40 days and 40 nights.
He was in there all day.
And James just sitting there because you really got to want some money and drugs that bad because he was just waiting patiently. Like
well, he was stuck in the back seat.
No, but he wasn't worried. In his mind, he could just taste the rocks.
It's the child. It had the child locks on,
And he was
outside.
Patiently waiting.
Yeah,
all day and all night.
Yeah, until Paul came back out and drug his ass back into the house.
Exactly. When he finally came out, and then he was still waiting. Like we don't get the money. Did you call the backup? Like, what we doing?
Yeah, bruh, and it was crazy. It's kind of a crushing scene because it's like, all right, we getting somewhere. We're finding these kids. Nah, we not. We're not. These niggas let drop the ball. They fumble.
Then we get back to old Archer, who is doing the job that the officer should be doing. And he's noticing
in his dreams.
Yes. He's noticing that it's because they all know it's 217. It's got to be something. And his face is popping up in his nightmares. And he's feeling like he's got to save. He's like, there's a correlation here. I'm seeing I'm having these weird dreams, and it's this time. And what is really going on here? And he's like, I gotta spring into action. And he's like, okay, now I gotta go be detective. And 217 can be taken like several ways. When you look at that number and how it correlates not only with this movie, but like outside and how you can like think about things. The obvious one is that, 17 kids were taken and it was only 2 survivors, Justine and Alex.
Nah.
Like the obvious one.
So obvious, I ain't think about it at all.
That was the one. Then we have this one scene where we see the number and in the air, and it's with was it like a AR?
AR, yeah, like an AR-15.
Right. And I think it was that school where it was Parkland shooting, where it was 17 victims, and I think it happened in November, not November, February.
217. Gosh, that's crazy. I was wondering after this scene when, like, especially, well, I mentally came back to this scene after watching the movie because I was thinking like, what the freak was that gun up there for? But then I started thinking about school shootings. But it took me a second because I did not get it in the beginning, and at the end when the little girl was narrating was like, you know, like some of the kids started talking again, meaning like some of them didn't. They never recovered from their thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was allegory for like the kids who died from school shootings or whatnot. Like it, it's there. It's just the way that because it's not a linear story. It's telling you back and forth bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene, like I was like, what's the freaking AR for? I was thinking that the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to bring this up just in case nobody noticed, but the Parkland shooting it happened in a February, and it was 17 victims, and that's why he had the little flash of the AR weapon.
So this is is weapons woke.
Y'all be the judge of that.
Is weapons woke? That's hilarious.
Y'all be the judge of that. I'm just saying. This is one of the correlations that the theories that's been out here. So I wanted to make sure y'all were able to see that as well. And it looks like this year was the 7-year anniversary of the shooting that February. 7 years since that happened.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Another thing, um, now that a lot of people are talking about when they took it to uh, like the politicians and things to vote on stricter gun laws. Um, it was a vote of 217 people that voted for stricter gun laws,
Uh,
but it didn't get passed.
of course. Gun lobbies, baby. You gotta get their money.
But
Fuck these kids.
that was how many people was trying to um, get it to pass.
So, then not really a thinly veiled, a thickly veiled allegory for school shootings.
Y'all, the theory,
I mean,
And
it
I think,
got my
and I think,
attention
and
to a
maybe that
degree.
this the creator, and I appreciate him doing this. Um, that he was using his platform and his voice, because the movie itself is not about a school shooting, but he took that as a moment when he had that image of that number 217 and that gun in the air, of
Mm-hmm.
him saying that although in this movie that's not what it was, but in real life this is what actually is taking the kids out of the
Yeah,
school.
yeah,
Like in real life, this is what it is.
yeah. I get it. I mean, like I said, the way it ended, it really brought me back to this scene, just because of how it ended. Like he, I don't know the director, but he definitely doubled back to the
Kreger.
theme,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I dig it, but it's done so subtle. Like I can see a lot of people not catching on to it, and I can see this movie getting praised by people who would be like pro gun and they don't realize what this movie's talking about. I can see that happening. And you can thread the line a little bit. You can preach to those who can hear it, while at the same time entertain those who can't. So I get it. I dig it. I mean, I'm all for gun rights. I mean, I own guns. I'm from Georgia.
Of
Been
course.
shooting guns since forever. Like
Yep,
ranges and
yep,
all that kind of stuff.
yep.
But
You know,
at the
and I
same
still out here in
time,
the woods. I got,
yeah, you gotta have your tools.
make
You know
sure
what I'm
you
saying?
have. I exercise my right to bear arms,
Exactly.
but nobody needs to be walking around with these automatic weapons.
Well,
And
they be semi-auto, but they be having like different shit on. Like I don't even mind that. I just think you need to freaking track people because
and
you can buy
psychological
guns.
testing needs to be happening.
Yes, psychological testing. Ain't need to be. Yeah, take a whole course. Like you should need a 6-week course to freaking. I can't believe we are debating guns right. I'm talking about guns right. You need a 6-week damn course.
Look, that's where the movie led us. Don't
It
judge
did.
us if y'all get in here and
It
try
did.
and trying to come out here and y'all want to talk about DEI and wokeness. Okay, this is where the movie went. I didn't make this movie. All I did was watch it. Okay, this is what
Bro,
I do. I critique the movie.
you need a 6-week course. You need freaking psychological evaluations. You need all that along, like while during your coursework. You need that, and you need to get recertified like every 2 years. Like you need to go back to the same shit every 2 years because people's psyche changes over time. You could be all good today buying your 3, 4, 5 AR-15s for your recreational use, but tomorrow your wife might fucking fall on some black guy's dick, and then you want to shoot up a black damn supermarket. So yes, you need.
If little Timmy is getting bullied at school and all of a sudden he wants to buy a weapon,
Bruh, exactly. Like we need oh my god, yeah. It's so many common sense laws to like gun ownership that could be applied. And they don't want to apply the common sense laws. Like, I don't want guns banned. I'm black in America. I need my gun. But but like, come on, man.
the key word is what people be missing is the control part.
Exactly.
Gun control.
You see, they all think it's a slippery slope. If we start controlling them now, we're gonna start banning them later. That's what everybody's saying. It's like, nah, bro. The gun industry is too big for that. Like, you're not gonna cut these billionaires out of their money, fam. You're not. But we can prevent certain crazy mofos from getting these weapons, fam. Like,
and I'm gonna get off my soapbox for all these people who be talking about they pro-life and all this kind of stuff.
Pro-life, and then the kids in Uvalde.
Exactly. But when you tell people, well, what if that is the main cause of child death is through gun violence? If we put more provisions around that, we could save the lives.
Bruh. At this point, like, the gun lobbies and whatnot are just so powerful. You just got to invest in things that can protect you from guns. Like, I saw one classroom, they had these little shutters. They were bulletproof. They could close and lock them in the corner of the room. Have all the kids in there. Like, that's what you need now. Because these politicians ain't about to damn regulate these guns. Well, for damn. They not.
But they love the kid. Every life is precious. Okay.
Yeah, they love the kids. Mm-hmm. They love the kids. As long as they inside somebody, they love them. Mm-hmm. But the moment they out here, fuck them kids.
We got a little Easter egg, Cam, and I was when I seen Justin Long, I was so afraid for him because he don't got a good track record in these horror movies. Y'all know they give him the business every damn horror movie. But y'all know he was in The Barbarian, which is the same creator of this movie, Weapons. And so that's why people are kind of speculating it might kind of be a universe built within this director's films. But Archer is doing the work of the Lord out here, trying to help y'all save these kids, because ain't nobody else out here trying to go find these children. And like, let me see your video footage, sir.
Yeah, I don't get why
I'm trying to put two and two together.
I don't get why the man's wife wouldn't let him see it. She was like, she wasn't comfortable with him seeing that. But then the husband was like, shit, you can see it, you want to.
Exactly.
But I
Just
mean
making
that,
things complicated. When people just be unnecessarily complicated, when you be trying to solve crimes and stuff, and people, oh no, I ain't see nothing. I don't know
bruh,
nothing.
I guess your kid too. My thing though is like, okay, like what he did was borderline genius. You know, he took the like trajectory of direction they were running, and he utilized the squares on the sidewalk to figure out the like precise direction. And he used his child's and he used their child's path, and if you draw a straight line with no deviation, they intersect at Alex's house. So that's how he figured out where the kids were. And he did that utilizing 2 videos.
And the
Fuck the
police
police.
put everybody footage in prison. Like, well, it went off into the night.
Bruh. They gone, y'all. A lost generation. You know what, like that opening scene with the kids running though reminded me of the Pied Piper. I think I said that before. You know, like he plays his flute and the kids leave their homes and they go into like some cave and they're never seen again.
The
It
real
gave me
Pied Piper, y'all, not R. Kelly.
not R. Kelly. Yeah. That's y'all boy. That's y'all boy R. Kelly. That y'all still listen to. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
I mean, the one from the fairy tale that was leading the children away from their parents. Although
Yeah.
it still sounds a lot like R. Kelly.
Yeah. Play music and leg, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What grown
Like bro
children?
was living his alias, yo. Like
I just knew it was. I kind of thought it was gonna be a Pied Piper at the end, like they was gonna be in a cave or something, and some man was gonna be abducting all of these children for some reason. I don't know. I thought it was gonna get like turned into a dark fairy tale or some shit.
yeah,
I really did.
I thought that at one point too, but I mean, it's still the direction it went is still worse.
Because these children in the damn neighborhood.
They in the neighborhood. They right down the road.
They're here. So and ain't nobody in Alex's neighborhood got a ring camera.
Bruh.
Y'all ain't got the doorbell camera. Y'all
It's
ain't
like,
see nothing.
It's like Alex house is in like a black hole, like a black zone where
The dogs ain't go barking. Cause I mean, well, okay, well, maybe not mine. But like some people's dogs gonna bark when people running past the house. Like the dog that I had before this one. You get close to the mailbox and she's barking. She don't like nobody coming near the premises at all. So ain't no way all these children ran past y'all houses and the dogs didn't start acting a fool.
Man, them kids was solid. Them kids was ninjas.
I'm
You
just
saw
like,
how fast and quietly they ran there. You saw how fast they ran. We'll get to that. Go ahead.
ain't no way. Ain't no way. So Marcus finally is convinced by Justine to go ahead and then talk to Alex's parents because she's just like, it's just something ain't right over there. And if something go down, do you want to say that you knew about it? You know, like you responsible for these kids too. He's like, well, fine then. Parent teacher meeting, conference meeting. Call them in. Let's talk to them. Call them in the office. Where the parents' ass don't damn show up. But this heifer, Gladys come in here.
Supposedly the auntie.
Looking a hot ass mess.
Bruh. Did you see how Marcus's secretary looked at her?
She didn't want to damn close the door. She was so
like,
in shock.
Like, who the hell? What the hell?
She said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That was a clue that something wasn't quite right at the house. Because Gladys she looks very, very offbeat.
Yeah, she gives a what the hell vibe everywhere she goes. But she had an answer for everything, and she was saying that
You said she get what they.
What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly,
really. That she was on point though, because she said that his parents had tuberculosis, and she was taking care of him, but he insisted on, like, being able to see the parents because they were his legal guardian and whatnot. So she kind of knew she had to get rid of him after that. He was sniffing around too close to the
Going back and thinking about it, when we find out what Gladys really is, and she says tuberculosis, because I'm like, don't nobody have tuberculosis no more.
I know, right?
So
I thought that too. I was like, yo, it's an old ass. Well, it's still around, but
people ain't dying from tuberculosis.
Yeah.
And like plagues and stuff and epidemics. And I'm like, she has to be super, super old.
Yeah, I felt that
for
too.
this to be the disease that she brings up.
Yeah. I didn't feel that from that, but just from later on in the movie, when you start to see more of her, it's like, is this chick like skinwalker? Is she shedding skins? Is she, what the hell? What is she doing? Like, how is she prolonging her life? Because she looked like she damn dead. So
in my mind, I thought about Agatha all along.
She was draining the other witches.
And that's how she was able to survive for these decades and all these generations, is that she had to drain everybody's life force to stay alive. And that and then I was thinking about, because when we go to Marcus' house, because instead of, she pop up at this, first of all, how you even know where he lived? You pop up on Marcus, and they watching something about ants and fungus virus, and I'm like, The Last of Us. So so I'm like, she has to be some kind of like parasitic witch, that some type of parasite between a witch and a parasite that she needs to feed off of people. And that's what's been keeping her alive for so long.
Yeah, and why she needed them kids.
And why she needed them, because she has to feed off of somebody's energy. And this is when we figure out that Gladys is something else. Gladys is a whole ass witch, because she pull out a damn twig and snap it, and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, like I mean, and this scene shows you why the movie's called Weapons, because she's turning people into weapons. Like they're relentless. They don't stop. They don't get tired. They're going full speed all the time, and they don't even feel pain or nothing like that. Like, they're gonna kill the person no matter the damage, unless you dome them, unless you shoot them square in the head, because later on Paul gets shot in the face and still coming. Not until he gets shot square in his dome.
You got to take these people out like zombies.
Yeah, like zombies.
You got to take them down.
And like, it was so fast how she turned Marcus. The only thing she did was like she used her blood. She gave her the water and shit. She was doing a whole ritual in front of them, and then she
exactly did a whole damn ritual. It did a spell right in front of their asses, and they didn't even know what was going on. By the time they figured it out, it was too late. And this was another scene where they held it for a minute, because they held that head bashing for a while. And they didn't stay the camera away from it either, because sometimes when stuff like that happens and it keeps going on, they'll pan the camera away and all we'll hear is the strikes. They say, oh no, y'all gonna see and hear it. And then we see Gladys in the background.
She just casually
exactly, she's in the background. They held this scene. It's like, oh no, you're gonna get every bit of gore that you was looking for in this scene. And we was like, okay, so this a little Hansel and Gretel ass witch.
Yeah. Then I was just about to say that. Then she sends Marcus after Justine, because she knew that it was Justine who was poking around that caused Marcus to call the parent teacher meeting. So she's trying to get rid of like anybody who has any level of suspicion whatsoever. She's getting rid of them like that. So she sends him after Justine, and bruh, that scene is the
Hilarious. Does he take off running in his little anime run?
bruh.
And Justine is just sitting there looking at him. And I'm like,
Well, she saw him, but she was talking to Archer. Cause you remember Archer pulls up right before this happens. He pulled up to question her. She's assuming he's about to accuse her of some shit again when he's really not. He's trying to get some answers.
he's like,
from-
okay, I'm
from
trying to clear your name. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my bad, Justine.
Yeah, but she ain't listening. She's like, nigga, screw you. You folks been following me for weeks, writing witch on my car and shit. Like, screw you. Did she see this nigga
And this is in the
behind?
background. See, this is the point where if these people were black, you ain't got to get close. If I see somebody running, it is an unspoken rule that we go ahead and run.
Bruh.
I'm going ahead and run.
Like just
Okay.
regular running, not running like this and looking like that. Like if you're running like this, looking like that, we been ran.
But damn the conversation. We'll finish this when we get to a spot to figure out what's going on. We will debrief later.
Bro, I wasn't saying nothing. I was like, oh shit.
Black people immediately stop running. Okay, I learned that lesson the hard way. I was probably in maybe middle school, and I was in Macon, and it was probably like a 4th of July holiday or something. And we were all like standing around talking, and the next thing you know, one of my friends immediately starts running. And me and because she lived in Macon at the time. And me and my siblings are like, why the hell? What is she running for?
Good job from Dublin.
Trying to figure out why the hell she took off running. And the next thing you know, this damn big ass dog takes off across the. It was like after you could have told us that the dog was like mid conversation. She gone.
Oh
After that, you ain't got to tell me no more. I got it.
What's up with black people and big dogs?
And she was like, I thought she was under the assumption that we knew. I run, you run. I got it now, and I see it now. I learned my lesson. Run.
Yeah.
They didn't do that, and so they being chased by bewitched Marcus at this point.
Yeah,
because he is completely under a relentless spell.
Yeah, he's not like it. I don't know if they have like. Well, yeah, they are.
Ain't this Wong? Because I was calling him Wong.
That is definitely Wong. Yeah. Everybody get him and the guy that played Gilgamesh in Eternals. They act like they kind of look alike. They don't look alike to me. They're just two big Asian guys. Like
Wong was running though. He was chasing their ass through that damn store.
Bro, he was hauling ass. He was hauling ass, and like Archer couldn't do nothing with them. They're stronger than regular humans. Like they're using more of their muscle potential, cause man, them kids, bruh. But like, so like, bro, just ran through the door. Like he got tackled into the freaking the freezer area through the glass. Nothing stopped dude until he got hit by a car. And then it wasn't that he got hit by the car. He got hit by the car and his head smashed. Like that's what stopped him. Because if his head didn't smash open like that, I don't think that he would have stopped. I think he might have broke whatever and still been trying to move.
Yeah, he probably would have, because he was under that spell. He was just gonna keep going. And now that Justine and Archer have became the dynamic duo, that's like we got to do something. We gonna have to go over there.
Yeah, because now they know. Like, well, now Justine looked at Archer's map because Archer didn't know where the map was leading to, and Justine realized it led to Alice's house. So their minds combined solved the location, issue, but they know that it's something, you know, nefarious because of what just happened with Marcus.
Mm.
So my thing is, why y'all ain't call the cops now?
Well, obviously they ain't do nothing before.
I know, but come on, man, you done figured it out. You done figured it out. I'm like, even
Because
if
even think about it, Archer kept trying to go to the cops and get them to listen, and they wouldn't.
I
And
mean,
when
I get
Justine was trying to reach out, they wasn't listening. They definitely wasn't listening to her. So they,
they
at this
was
point, they've
listening.
known that the cops are useless.
They're not,
So
yeah, they're not reliable.
they're not going to do anything. They take it upon themselves to just go ahead and pull up.
And this is when the movie flips and they explain everything. It shows us from Alice's perspective. So like right after uh Archer and Justine gets the location, then you flip to Alex. Alex is part of the story, and this shows everything that he's been going through since before the kids went missing, which is a freaking lot.
Yes, because they said, oh, your aunt is coming to visit. She's sick or whatever. It's still up in there because they don't remember. They don't even remember. They was like, we ain't seen her for years. We don't know what she looked like that. So either I'm thinking one or two things: either the real aunt she killed and took her place, took her life, like let me fit into this family, or Gladys has just been in the family a long time.
Yeah,
And I can't, because my first thought was that she killed the real aunt and took her place. But then how Alex was able to simply like make a smooth transition to doing witchcraft himself, I'm like, it might be something in a bloodline.
yeah, he did. He was.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing he did was mimic her. And he was around her for all that time, so he had time to learn. And she was using him as an accomplice. She was threatening his parents, threatening to make his parents do horrible things to themselves if he didn't help her. And
But at the same time, she wasn't harming him. It's like she, and like all of these things, like she really wasn't doing anything to him.
yeah, she needed him though.
She needed him, and that's what kind of like made me kind of tipped off, like maybe she is the aunt.
Yeah, I mean, she might. I I
But
don't
she's
know.
just been
Like,
in the family a long time, and nobody has really seen her like that.
so
So they don't really know how old she is.
when I think aunt, I'm thinking like his mom's sister, but it could be his grandmother's sister. You know, because you don't always put the
Like I
grandma
said,
before aunt.
it could be a great aunt. Like we don't really know, and
Yeah,
we don't know how she's been alive, but we do know that she's sick. So whoever she was feeding off of at this point is gone. She needs to move to the next to the next person in the family, apparently, and
yeah,
see where we can go from here. So, uh, she tells Alex that well, the parents ain't working out because they ain't helping her get as well as she thought she needed to. The adults apparently we ain't got enough life force in us.
yeah.
Because
She was
don't come over
like,
here. I ain't gonna give you a whole lot of energy. Okay. You might make it the next 24 hours trying to take my life force.
You'll be sick tomorrow.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it. You ain't gonna make it fooling around with me. So she goes and tells Alex, well, you know what? It's a whole class of y'all. I need something from everybody, and then that'll help you get better. And Alex was like, cool, if that's you gonna go away, right? Like if
Yeah.
you get well,
So,
you gonna
but she
leave
was
out of my
like,
house and get away
once
from me and my parents.
he was like, yeah, once she gets well, she'll leave. That was what she promised, which I don't think so. But Alex didn't have a problem doing that because them kids didn't fuck with him anyway. Like Alex just he nonchalantly kind of cold, like got these kids drawings and gave those to her, and she did her little ritual and brought them to the house. And then Alex stood there on the front porch and watched them little motherfuckers run in.
He said, my parents are more important.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have friends in that group of kids.
And he knew that this lady was harming his parents.
Yeah,
And
I
to
mean
the point
nothing.
that they couldn't even defend themselves.
Yeah, it was nothing for him to lose. It got to the point he had to feed them. He had to feed his parents. He had to feed the kids in the basement. He
Yeah, Alex was going
that's
through.
why she needed him. She needed him to do the work.
Alex was going through a lot.
He
Let me
was.
tell you, if it was me, this wouldn't have held up this long because my daughter can't hold water. She be done told some damn body. I'd be dead. Even at the expense of my life, she's telling somebody.
Oh,
She
that's
gonna tell it. You ain't even gotta push that hard. She gonna tell it. Okay. She wouldn't
messed
got
up.
away with this. Now I might be dead, but Gladys would be too.
Sooner.
Exactly. And so
Yeah, so basically, that's what I was saying. How he took those kids' drawings, and she did her little incantation from that. So her whole entire thing was to drain the energy of the youth. But she you see her when she's talking to Alex at the table with his parents, and she does look younger in that scene than she does in this scene when she's telling Alex to get something from his class, because it seemed like whatever she did with his parents, it didn't take. She needed younger blood in order for it to work. And I don't know why she needed all 17, but she has an illness. I don't know if it's like she's dying from old age or she's dying from this illness, and she's trying to treat the illness.
I
with
think that she's
witchcraft.
old. I think she's like Agatha all along, and
Now I
she's
think she's super old, but I think she
think
has like cancer or something. Like she has something.
that hell. She probably the one that had damn tuberculosis. She was probably one of the damn first victims of tuberculosis back
Oh
then,
wow.
and it probably made her sick back then. She's still probably fighting tuberculosis at this point. That's what I think.
That gotta suck.
Still fighting it.
A life with an immortal lifetime of fighting tuberculosis.
So they pulled up on her. They go in. Paul ass in there again. He's at this point he's cursed.
Yeah, Paul and James got the junkie. I thought the junkie would be able to fight better than he was fighting. I know he's light, and Archer is a much bigger man. Archer played Thanos. So, Archer is a much bigger man.
MCU all in the horror movies
They're
together.
all in this shit. Yeah.
And she played Silver Surfer. Got all the MCU fingers.
Yeah, she did. She looks better silver.
Earth 726.
But yeah, like as effective as the weapons seem to be against certain people, they beat their ass. Like freaking. I mean, I know Justine was getting choked out, but when she got Paul's gun, it was over with. And she got his gun with no effort at all, because he was fixated on choking her out. Like it was just one. He has one track mind, and he wasn't. She was using the freaking potato peeler on his face.
Another just cringy scene, and it's not working because he can't feel anything. He has
There's
one
no
goal,
pain, no nothing. He's ignoring all that. But they have no. It's like I understand their weapons, but they have no self-preservation. If you have firearms, they're dead. And she proved that, because she blew his jaw off first, and then she blew his head off.
They're like zombies. Almost.
They are.
You have to take them down like a walker. And while they're doing this, Alex is running from his own damn parents. His mom at the door, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. He don't want to hurt them because he knows that they don't know what they're doing. But thankfully, again, this is kind of why I think that she might be a part of their family. Because at first I thought it was like, in my mind, she killed their damn aunt, and just decided that she was her. But when Alex took, and he's been watching her, but sometimes when they say sometimes it just got to be in your blood for some things to go right, and for this to been his first time him doing witchcraft, and it go the way he wanted to go.
Yeah.
I was like,
and he did it for all 17 kids. Like she was controlling like 1-2 people at a time. He controlled all 17 kids to go kill her ass. And that scene was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
Man, them kids was like NFL linebackers. Like,
Yes. Once we fit, Alex said apparently Alex is the warlock, and he flipped the spell around, and they turned into the children of the corn. And
bruh,
and her ass did not see that shit coming at all. When she was
most
running for her
athletic,
life.
bruh. She knew it. She knew it was over with. Cause like they don't get tired. First off, they're kids, so they don't get tired. And then second off, they zombies damn near, so they're not gonna get tired. And then they're way stronger than the average kid, cause they ripped her apart. Like,
Yes.
you know how hard it is to rip a body, like a appendage off of somebody's body. Like, no, man. Like John
They
Cena
was
couldn't
breaking
do
through
that.
glass and still running.
Like the girl that caught her, that last long one take, that one long tracking scene of that little girl.
And the thing was, everybody was watching them kids chase her, and she just yelling and screaming, and ain't nobody doing nothing.
Everybody, what the hell?
Nobody is doing a damn thing about it. Because at this point, are these the children?
Man, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered, man.
Archer said, well, I don't know what y'all got going, but let me grab my child.
Let me get my son. He did get his kid.
And got up out of there. He didn't even say, y'all stop. Y'all go home where your mama at. He said, carry on, but let me go and get my boy. Come on. There's nothing to see here. I'll let that, the cops can deal with this part.
Man.
I got my son back. Easter egg also. Guess who was supposed to play Archer?
Who?
Take a wild guess. Let's just say this.
One of your favorite actors. Is it black? Is it a black person?
Let's just say this man has been very busy in Hollywood.
Oh, our boy, Pedro. Is it Pedro?
He's supposed to play.
Really? Why didn't he? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, you going in and out. Say what? You going out. You're going out. You're going out. You're going out.
Okay. We still here.
What the crap? What happened? Why is it two of you now?
What? Can you see me now? Can you see and hear me?
Oh, damn, you went away all the way. Oh, it's just me now.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what the hell happened. But we are going to get back to where we were.
Shit, the last slide.
Yes. Yes. It was but yes, it was Pedro Pascal. He didn't make it because he's so busy, the schedules didn't line up. But yes, it was Pedro. He was supposed to play Archer in this movie. So either way, they was pulling somebody from the MCU. As we get to the end of the movie, what basically happens is Alex's parents end up in a mental hospital because they never regained their consciousness. Um,
They gave
and
us one of those Black Hood endings.
yeah,
Like Black Hood movie endings when they tell you what happened, but you don't get to see it.
mm-hmm. So and so ended up going to college after all. So and so got a prison sentence for 5 to 10 years, but he got out on good
And
behavior.
yeah,
So yes, Alex's parents ended up in the hospital. They never recovered. He went to go stay with another aunt, aunt that was actually much better than Gladys. Um, some of the children started to regain their consciousness and be able to talk again, but that's still a work in progress.
yeah.
Hopefully, that has something to do with them being young. That in time, basically, they're saying the children should be okay one day, but right now, a lot of them are still very severely traumatized.
Are they gonna be something else when they get older?
And Justine went on. Let her go back to work.
Yeah, I don't think I'll work in that neighborhood again.
No, and I would have cussed all the parents out too and told them to apologize to me because I'm the one. I'm the one that went got y'all's kids back.
You're terrible, but
Overall rating.
I give it a good 4 out of 5 knives.
Same.
Only because like I'm not a horror buff dude thing. I'll watch horror movies. I mostly watch them with friends. Like they're more of a social thing for me. But this movie was surprisingly engaging, so I like that. But there were aspects of it that kind of dragged, so I couldn't give it all 5 knives. But
Yeah. The first act was the slowest. If we would have traded James and Paul's story and got a background of Gladys, that would have been great too.
that would have been cool.
That would have
Yeah.
been great. I'm not saying it's the scariest movie of the year whatsoever, but it did have some nice creepy elements in there. But if you go into this movie blind and if you look at it for just being entertainment and not trying to be scared of something, you're gonna have a good time. Have a couple drinks and watch this with your friends. Order some pizza and watch this movie, and I promise you will have a good time with this movie.
Can we say roll a blunt, bro? Roll a blunt. What?
I didn't endorse that. I didn't endorse that, but I feel like this is a social friend type movie. Watch this with your friends and family, and I promise y'all will have a good time with this. Y'all gonna get some good laughs. Black people already got a hold of this movie, and they outside running like Naruto out in the streets. You can't give black people nothing. This is why we can't have horror, because we act a straight ass fool. Thanks for hanging with us for this long, everybody. It is raining here. I'm in the country, so my Wi-Fi acts spotty, but it didn't cut the connection. We still here. We're still in here. Drop in the comment section if you have seen this movie and what you would rate it, because I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. It is one of my favorites of the year. Still ain't over Sinners, but this was a fun movie. This was a fun movie right here. I could watch this with my little one and family members and stuff and have a good time. I could see me watching this movie again and laughing at this movie. But y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know your rating of the movie. And if you have not, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a beautiful wedding. What a
Thank you.
beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame. What a shame. The poor groom's bride is
Thank you.
a whore. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing